Good morning. They were running about 18 to 20 miles with the GC Rover, and my goal is just to eat reading all day. I have my bottles packed with Scratch. I have a lot of gels, and we're gonna hope it all goes well, because I also think Sweet Hazel either broke my big toe yesterday or bruised the ever-living out of it. So here we go. Quick recap. Last week, I committed to doing everything in my power to win my age group at the Silver Rush 50 mile in July, because I am going for a Leadville 100 qualifier. This week, we're starting strong. We are tackling one of the biggest issues I have faced so far in training and racing, which is nutrition. As I mentioned last week, I am atrocious at consuming food, especially while running. It's actually funny how little I'm able to function on when I'm running, and it's like not at all healthy. Like, I'm not saying this to be like, oh, I don't need to eat anything, because I can 100% guarantee that most of my race failures have been because I am just out of fuel. If you ever have heard the term bonking, that's what we mean. It's like we have just hit a wall because we have no calories left. And I did that so hard at mile 33 of Silver Rush last year. Like, I just was completely out of energy, just gone. And so then anything mentally that was going on, anything physically that happened, like my feet being torn up, I just could not handle any of it. After looking at what I ate, I need to pretty much triple my caloric intake during that race. A lot of research has been done in this field concerning the amount of calories and carbs, especially that we take in as endurance athletes. Pretty much what people have agreed on is that a minimum of 30 grams per hour of carbs is ideal, but most studies and most like coaches and athletes adhere to like 60 to 90 grams of carbs an hour. Can we just appreciate that David Roach was consuming anywhere from 100 to 152 grams of carbs an hour? I can only aspire to be that good at eating on trail. I have researched several top women in ultra distances. Everybody's needs and bodies are so different and react so differently. So I've just been listening to kind of what they've been talking about, and most of them are consuming about 60 to 80 grams of carbs per hour. The lowest I have seen anyone say they take in is 60 grams. For reference, I usually barely hit 25 grams of carbs an hour on my long runs or workouts or anything. Your gut is super trainable. It has been shown that if you consistently fuel and like put in calories while you're running, your body actually gets more efficient and better at consuming and breaking down those carbs. So it's completely possible to like get myself out of the situation I'm in. I just have to be really intentional about doing so, which is what we're doing. To put this all into context, for me, I had about 325 grams of carbs for the entirety of Silver Rush. I was out there for 12 hours. The minimum I should have had for being out there for 12 hours is 720 grams of carb, which is just absolutely insane. And it goes to show why pretty much every single race I have ever done ends up feeling like a death march at the end. Like, I'm just completely depleted, just done. Like, there's nothing left in my body. One of the main reasons why I suck at this so badly is because I just don't remember to eat until it's too late and you're like already in a hole. And by the time you're already in that deep of a deficit, it is really hard to get out of it, both physically and mentally. Once your body has just gotten to a certain point physically, your brain is like, I'm done, I've given up. So I've set a reminder on my watch to tell me every 30 minutes to eat something, and I have to listen to it. No excuses. Unless I'm puking, we're not gonna speak that into existence. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So for this long run, I'm aiming for about 40 grams of carbs an hour. For most standard gels, it's about two gels. But I like to mix my sources, especially with things like Scratch, like their high carb or their standard hydration mix. Sometimes, as we've learned, my tummy is not the happiest consuming food or even gels. I'm still kind of trying to find a gel brand and type that works for my stomach and doesn't cause immediate like issues. Scratch is really easy to digest, and it's something that is going to be on course for Silver Rush 50. It's really important to practice with on-course nutrition if you can, and if that's something you want to do. I've had really good success with that in the past with Scratch, so I'm going to be utilizing that. I'm committing to this because we have 15 weeks to pretty much triple our race nutrition, and we're gonna wish for the best. We're gonna wish for the best. We can do it. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna go really well. Starting a run. I feel really good this morning. First gel. It's fine. Look how beautiful and flat this is. This is so nice. I'm actually feeling very good today because it is such nice weather out. It is cool. There's like a lot of clouds It is so nice. I will say though, the toe is not doing well at all. I do like this one, but it's like sickly sweet, but tastes like a cake pop. So this is crazy, but we're at like mile 16 and my feet really hurt. These shoes have just ripped my feet up, but I feel amazing. I feel like I can run this 10 miles. Food is crazy. So today's run was shorter than I thought it was going to be. I had mapped it all out and it was supposed to be about 19 miles and it only ended up being 17, which is fine because my feet are destroyed. I need to figure out the shoe situation because I'm having the exact same problems I was having last summer, and I thought that was like a fluke thing, and it's not. It's my feet. I'm going back to the drawing board with that and trying to figure out what is going on, and then Sweet Hazel smashed the ever-living shit out of my toe, and I don't think it's broken, but it's not good. It does not look good. So I struggled a lot with like pacing on this run. I stayed pretty consistent. It took me like 3.5 hours. Almost, it took me a little bit over 3.5 hours, which is like slow. It felt slow. But the good thing is I actually felt like I had a lot of energy left and I didn't feel drained. I didn't feel completely worn down. Like it genuinely just felt like my feet really hurt, which is frustrating but also really encouraging that my body's able to adapt to consuming more calories this quickly. So my goal for this run was to hit, I think it was 40 grams of carbs an hour. I don't even remember. So what I did was I did a mix of goos and I had a honey stinger, like a packet of honey stinger chews, and then I did a mix in my 2 water bottles of, it was 2 scoops of Scratch Hydration and then 3 scoops of their high carb drink. I have found that mixing those together actually works really well for me. I wish I had brought just like plain water with me because goos are so thick and they are like, I forget what they're called, but they are a kind of carb source that you need to like be drinking water with. Like you need to sip on some water, and sipping on my carb mix to get down these other carbs was not the best. My stomach was not super thrilled with that. That's on me. That's my mistake. Also, my mistake is trusting goos. I have a lot of them just from like races and expos. I collect things and I have a lot of goos, so I'm like trying to get through them. I can't do them anymore. Thankfully, my box got here from the feed. So I got home and look what was waiting for me. Very excited for this. Let's look and see what we got because I have learned, especially in the last like couple months, what I've been using nutritionally is not working for me. Scratch is working great, but the like goo, honey stinger, just one other one that I was using a decent amount, they're just not working for me. So we're trying some other things. I did order some things that I have used in the past that have worked really well, so. Oh my gosh. This thing is hefty. Got a lot of Mortal Hydration, different flavors because I want to try these out. I, like I mentioned before, have POTS, so electrolytes on trail is really, really important to me. These have been my absolute favorite. So there's like the salt stick gummies. Pop Rocket ones, worth the money. I'm trying a few different new things. The Enervit Carbo Gel. I have never heard of this. I heard of it from Tara Dower because she said that they're very easy to get down. Like these are way more liquidy. They remind me a lot more of like the cyst gels, which I actually do really like those. So I'm gonna try these because the thick goopy goo consistency, I can't do it anymore. I also got some of the Amax, the turbo gel and the drink gel. Again, these are more like liquidy type gels. The cyst gels, my friend gave me one on a run and they are so good. They have a very light taste and they don't like linger in your mouth. Like your mouth doesn't feel like it suddenly is like coated in just sugar. We're just gonna try different things. Right now I'm just trying anything and everything. This is like the time to experiment and then hopefully we kind of figure it out in the next few weeks, so I'm able to really just dial in and like work on how much I'm eating an hour. And listen, the feed does not sponsor me, but if you want to, I'm free, I'm available. just give me a call. So let's talk about the like totals and then the hourly averages, because that's like the most important thing. Something else that I was really focused on that I'm going to try to be consistent with is eating all the way through a run, because like I'll be decent at it for like the first 5 miles or so and then just taper off towards the end of the run or the race. I'm like, haven't eaten anything for the last 3 hours. I did really well at that today. I had a total of about 791 calories, which is about 188 grams of carbs. So I averaged about 50 grams of carbs an hour. So hooray me, like that's crazy. I did take in most of that towards the end. The last like hour, I knew I was like getting towards my car and I was like, oh shit, like I still had all the honey stinger chews left, which is like 160 calories. And I was like, oh my gosh, I still have this. I still have like a decent amount of the scratch. And I was like, okay, so I started like eating a lot more and my stomach did not like that. So the last hour, I probably had like 60 to 70 grams, but I averaged 50 grams of carbs an hour. I actually did really well. I feel like I'm starting in a strong place, and even though this run was not as long or like hard as I wanted it to be, because I was really hoping to like push pace and like really get the full 20 miles, even though it wasn't exactly what I wanted because of my feet. The biggest thing that I need to figure out this coming week is going to be my shoes, because that was so bad. I don't even like know where to start, because I just kind of feel like I know what shoes don't work for me, and that's about it. That's about what I got right now. Yeah, if you have a favorite trail runner, let me know, because I feel like I'm starting from scratch and I just like don't even know where to start. So that's gonna be on the docket for this coming week, and then just getting more consistent mileage in. Did like 30, so far I'm at like 37 miles this week. I'm on a good trajectory. I hope you guys get out on the trails, enjoy some running, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye.